All right, what we're going to do is run through a series of exercises to work your legs. If you haven't been working your legs, now's the time to start. So what I want to do is kind of show the exercise and then do the exercise, and then you can do a few repetitions. I usually say 8 is a good number to start with, and then make that one set. And for right now, just do one set. It's a routine of about 16 different exercises. So go through the routine, and then as you do it on a every other day basis, you might want to up your reps. But first, learn the routine. So first is just a simple leg raise. I recommend go ahead and use a wall. This is not about balancing exercise. This is about working your legs and isolating it. So the rep is to lift your knee, drop it down. Lift your knee, drop it down. But you want to pop 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And then you turn around and you do the same thing on the other side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And that's the first simple one. The next one, you want to hold your knee up high and keep it up high. And just pop from there. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. And of course, you do both sides. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. So just a little pop like that. Then you go for the extension. So now you want to start with your leg up and keep the leg up. You want to recognize if you're doing a front ball extension, you want to reach out with the ball of the foot. Come in, come out, come in, come out. 4 and 5. Don't let your knee drop. 6, 7, and 8. You want to do both legs like that. I'm going to do my left leg and do the same thing, but this time I want to reach out with my toes. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8. Keep the knee up high. Next one, you want to do the same thing, but you want to reach up with the heel. So start with the knee up high. Remember, you want to do right and left. I'm just alternating this so it goes a little quicker. I want to reach out with my heel this way. And 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 8 is a good number of repetitions to start with. You may recognize that you want to do more over the course of time. We are going to do the side blade, setting up the side blade. Anytime you do a flamingo, keep your knee up, keep your head up. Try not to dip. To do the exercise, I want to turn my hip, and I still want to try not to dip. My knee stays in place, and my hip turns. My hip turns. You're pushing through the other leg and turning the hips. I think that's 4. That might be 5. If that was 5, that's 6. And I want to do 7. And I want to do 8. So try to keep the knee in place and just rotate through the hip while you keep your knee up high. Go from there to the full extension, but start by turn the hip, extend the leg, reach up with the blade of the foot. You want your baby toe on line with your heel. Open and extend, 2. Open and extend, 3. Open and extend, 4. Open and extend, 5. Expand and extend, 6. Expand and extend, 7. Bring your knee all the way back in, come back out, come back in, and then set it down. We're going from there, we're going to do the side thrust. So to set up a side thrust, the same thing. Keep your head up high, keep your knee up high. This time you're going to pivot on the supporting foot as you bring your hip up, but you don't want to drop your head. So turn and open, turn and open, turn and open, turn and open. Try and keep your other hand up high while you're doing that. Keep your head up, turn open, bring the heel out, and then set it down. That's just setting up the side thrust. Now you want to go ahead and extend that side thrust. So same thing. Keep your head up high, keep your knee up high, keep your guard out, keep your eyes out, open, pivot, expand and extend, and 1. Expand and extend, and 2. Expand and extend, and 3. Expand and extend, and 4. Expand and extend, and 5. Expand and extend, and 6. Expand and extend, and 7. and expand and extend, and that's 8, and then let it down. 8 is a good number of repetitions. People say I do more. More is not always better. Better is better. Work your quality, work your extension, work your height. If you go slower, it's actually going to be a little bit harder. If you hold the extension for a little bit longer, it's going to be harder. So rather than do more, do better. We are setting up the roundhouse. Same thing on roundhouse. I want to learn to chamber it. Keep the head up high. This time you want to raise the knee in line with the side of your body, and then about as high as your hip, your knee and your foot virtually on the same line. Open the hip. Open the hip. Open the hip. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. And that's 8. So you just open it up and you set it up. Then we're going to work the extension. So I haven't used the term. Maybe I did. When you extend, think about expanding and extending. Not exploding. You're not kicking right now. You're doing it relatively slow so you feel just the muscles open up as you do that. Roundhouse extension. Try and start from that position of open. Bring the hip up. Open the hips. Bring the knee up high. And then open the leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can reach out with the ball of your foot or the toes. I think that's 7. Maybe that was 7. We'll call that 8. Take your time. 8 is a good number to start with. Over time, maybe do more numbers. Like I say, look for better. Look for better quality. It'll help your body in doing that. We are doing the back kick. Same thing when you do a back kick. I want to set myself up here. We're already doing the flamingo. So we're starting for flamingo. There's going to be a tendency to dump your upper body out when you do a back kick. You don't want to do that. Ideally, you want to keep your foot high, keep your knee high, rotate through the hip, and let your thigh, your knee, slide right by the other knee. Set it up, set it up, set it up, set it up. My leg hasn't really started to move yet, except through the hip. We're doing 7, we're doing 8, and just in case I didn't do 8, we'll call that 8. I'm not counting today. Who's counting anymore? When you're doing the back kick extension, try to find that same open, hold that knee up high, keep that all in position as you bring the hip down through. Try to keep the head up, and then go ahead and extend. Pull it back up, and the head comes all the way back up. Pull it out, and the head comes all the way back up. Pull it out, head comes all the way back up. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Knee comes all the way back up. Head comes all the way back up. That's 7. And that's 8. Knee comes all the way back up in between. This is going fast. You don't have to do a lot. Look for quality. I might be stressing that quite a bit. That takes us through your basic kicks right there. Front kick, a side kick, a back kick, a roundhouse kick. You got your side blade and your side thrust. You have your front instep, your front heel, and your front ball. And then you can do some exercise with that. We're not even really kicking just yet. Better to make your form first and then fill your form with power. I know you've heard me say that before. We tend to do things in a sloppy way, thinking that they're powerful, they're not. Make your form, then make your power. So once you've got all that, you can think about making a stance, make your form, throwing a kick, make your form, and 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 throwing a kick, making your form to the side, and throwing a kick, making your form, and throwing a kick. Make your form before you try to make your power. A couple more exercises that I love to do, the full circle. Again, you can use the wall or not use the wall. Don't make it about balance. If you're struggling with your balance, you're not going to have a sense of what your muscles need to be doing to produce your kick. Take the balance out of it. Take that need for balance out of it. And just think about relax the leg. So the leg needs to relax all the way down to the heel. When you make the circle, it's really about the other side of your body and your core setting up that circle. And once you have that relaxation, you can just take that leg and throw it in a circle, throw it in a circle, throw it in a circle, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and just let it relax and let it whip through. You can do the same thing, but in the opposite direction. Relax the leg. This one's coming around this way, so think about relax the leg, just throw it through that circle. Throw it around, 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 and throw it around. I think that was 7, maybe that was 8. I can't count. So the full circle kick, you all know it as the crescent kick. If you know it, if you don't know it, then you don't, but that's what it's called. The last one is just an extension again from the hip. I want to try to keep my upper body as upright as possible. I'm going to keep my leg as straight as possible. I'll do the left leg because you're on that side. I want to think about just lifting the leg, lifting the leg, lifting the leg, and swing it up, swing it up. Try not to dump the upper body out when you do that. Throw it 6, throw it 7, and throw it 8. Try not to dump your weight out when you do that. We're going to include a PDF form with the names of the kicks and a sheet where I recommend you start to quantify it. Write it down. Only the first time you do this. This is the first time you're doing it. Try to do 8. Try to do 8 with good form. If you do it 2 days from now, every other day, do it 2 days from now. Say I did 8, I don't really feel it. I'll do 16. I try to always keep it in multiples of 8. I know that might be a big jump. You can do it in multiples of 4 if you want. But let it build up. These are the kicks that you need throughout your levels. There won't be a whole lot more necessarily in kicking between white and black. There'll be a little bit, obviously, we start to move with the kicks, we start to jump with the kicks, but if you don't have the basic form, it doesn't really matter. Work the form, work the coordination, work the alignment of the muscles. As you feel a little bit better with it, work with doing that, without the support. As you get used to just coming up and doing those exercises and holding your balance and popping things, and then throwing kicks and coming back in and setting, throwing kicks and coming back in. So work maybe multiple kicks and stage kicking, but let it build. If you're a white belt, you can learn a lot from this. If you're a purple belt, you can learn a lot from this. If you're a black belt, you probably know all these things. Now you can do it. So do your sets, do your workout. Thanks for being here.